Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video we take a look at all the latest information on the Anvil Carrack, as well as check out some Twitch clips from when CIG have been spawning it in-game for people. As always, a massive thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Big shout out to my new patrons Rovax and Richie Foster, plus my return patrons Christoph and Anak, and to Grast for upping their pledge. Thank you all so much for your support, it is all very much appreciated. If you do enjoy my content and would like to help make it even better, be sure to follow the link to my Patreon page below. Also, if you want to keep up with all the latest leaks as they happen, be sure to follow the link to the Star Citizen Links Discord. This is how I know what is happening, so by all means check it out for yourselves. So, we had a new PTU patch which is 3.8.2c, which is still focused on long-term persistence. This patch doesn't include the release of the Anvil Carrack, however the Carrack's files are in the build, along with some nice juicy leaks. With the Carrack being in the build but unavailable to backers, as expected, CIG did a lot of teasing last night, spawning the Carrack around areas like Port Olisar for everyone to go and have a look at. So with that said, I will show you some footage from some of the streamers who were lucky enough to see it, while I read out the data mined information from the 382C build. So it is a crew of 6, its cargo capacity is 456 SEU, its chassis hit points are 1,060,003. Obviously, when physicalized damage comes in, this could change that up a little bit, though. The shield current hit points are 179,868, but again, with signed distance fields, shield tech, that may change things as they start balancing it. Its maximum speed is about 1,236 meters a second, with an SEM speed of 207 meters a second. Now it has 3 size 5 manned turrets and 1 size 5 weapon, and it's a combination of M6A laser cannons and CF447 Rhino laser repeaters. It has 2 size 3 stronghold shields, 1 size 3 superdrive power plant, 1 size 3 quantum drive, and 2 size 3 mercury coolers. Now I have posted a link to all the stats and in every little detail that you can find in the description below, so if you want to have a look at it for yourself. Now on Inside Star Citizen we also got a little tour of the interior, which was pretty cool, going room by room, and I must say it is blowing me away right now. The cargo bay was the first room we started in, where you can park the Ursa rover, some nice room around there. It also has a rear guard, so that if anyone's reversing the Ursa rover into it, you won't smack into the door or block the door, which is quite handy. From there they head to the docking collar, which Jared says is the new design for the upcoming docking mechanic. Here you can see EVA suit lockers, which is useful for when you're going in and out, plus an area where the extendable trellis will come out and extend out and then connect to ships or stations. As we thought, this is the new docking mechanic, which is hopefully coming pretty soon, or this year at least. Next up, they walked through the 3 detachable cargo pods, which have a central gangway and a lift that you can access into the actual cargo pod, and it uses this new building blocks. Someone managed to sneak inside and actually wander around in this area before they died. Hopefully we will see something like a science pod option. I can see them accessing different levels of the science pod with the lift. That would be amazing. Beyond this is the Armory, where you can have armor suit lockers and weapon racks. From there you go up 1 level and it brings you to the habitation deck with the med bay and this sort of MRI style station, which we saw on the latest Star Citizen Live. It looks fantastic, especially with all the sets that have been made up and all the items on shelves. And you can see the office to the side there as well. Also on this deck you have the mess hall, the rec room with its weird pool table, and the crew quarters, which has bathrooms and all the amenities that you will need as crew on board for long durations. It also has the captain's quarters with bookshelves and a retractable TV. Very much look forward to being a captain on board of one of my own. Don't own one, but one day I'm sure I will. Then it's onto the bridge, which, as we know, spans over the 2nd and 3rd floor. Now, below is the pilot and co-pilot seats with an array of server blades behind them, which is used for processing all the data that you'll be collecting while exploring. Very interesting to see this. I would love to know how that mechanic's going to work. But then above is the comms and remote gunner stations. Also the star map, plus it says the forward station on the top is actually an alternate piloting station, which gives you greater visibility but reduces the amount of instruments you have. I really love that you can control the ship from up there, but I think I would prefer leaning over and just barking orders down to the pilot. But it's nice to have that option anyway. From the bridge, you move past a couple more escape pods to the repair room, where you can service and maintain ship components. One of my favourite features is the repair room. It's very cool. Then you have the drone room with its 2 operator seats. Also on the tech deck is the ship hangar, where you can find the anvil pieces. They did say you could fit other ships in there, but they're not going to ruin it for us. I don't think it's going to fit anything like a heavy fighter or anything along those lines. More just snub craft, if anything. But from there are the 2 side turrets, which they say since CitizenCon, they have increased the extension range to allow you to have much better angles while using the turrets. So you have much more freedom to fire there. At the rear is the engineering area, extended over 2 decks, over the tech deck and the habitation deck. This area houses most of the ship's components, like the shield generators and the power plant. Onto the top deck, you have the Cartography Room, which is home to a much more detailed map compared to other ships, which is going to be really fun using that. This will present the star system that you're in and allow you to really navigate properly. Plus, around this area is the EVA airlock, which gives you access to the top. Great place to get in and out for repairs, or maybe if you're boarding. Now, there are 2 variants of the ship, which we have seen leaked. The base and the expedition variant, which I believe you get with the Pisces variant. Now, I don't think there's anything really known about this variant, other than you have the sort of white-grey skin, which we can see they spawned into the game. We'll have to wait for more leaks to find out the difference between the 2. But anyway, it looks super incredible, and it's literally on the precipice of being released. This footage that we got from inside Star Citizen was great, and as we expected, as we were saying on stream yesterday, CIG are spawning it into the PTU, which means it'll either be released to the live build or to the PTU build today or early next week. My theory is maybe tonight they will release it to the PTU, and then maybe a live release next week. They could potentially drop it to Eva Cottis first. We will see. I don't think they will, but you never know. I think they are planning on that because they are communicating with the Eva Cottis. From what we understand as well, the spokes that are used to plot jump points, they will not be usable in its first release because they are specific to jump points. So we won't be able to extend them first off. So don't expect to do that. But on tonight's stream between 3 PM and 7 PM GMT, we will be trying to catch sight of the Carrack around Olisar. So be sure to follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. Come and hang out with us. I've linked my Twitch channel below. Also, make sure you do subscribe to my channel here on YouTube as I cover all the leaks as they happen. And also tick that notification bell so that you know exactly when my videos go live. Now, if you're excited for the Carrack, do me a big favour and hit that like button. It is all very much appreciated. Again, a big thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.